Today we'll be reviewing and demoing the UHF Pro Voice dual handheld wireless microphone system from BASN. While I have used many different microphones throughout my DJ career, these have something unique about them that even microphones that cost 10 times as much don't have. But do they actually sound any good? So let's dive in and find out. So last year, my friends over at BASN sent me over some in-ear monitors to review, and I'll have a link to that video in the description below if you're interested in checking out and learning more about those. But this time around, they sent me over this UHF Pro Voice dual wireless microphone handheld set. And I'll have a link in the description below where you can pick this up, but it's gonna become quickly apparent why these are actually pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually take two, so I reboxed this, so if it's not as tidy, that is why. But when you purchase one of these sets, you get the manual, 2 wireless handheld microphones, some cables, a whole bunch of charging cables, which I'll go over in just a moment, a USB brick, a couple of rubber sleeves. These just go right on the microphone like that. I'll just put it on right now. So when you set these down, they're not gonna roll away. Another one of the cables, 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch, a wireless receiver, some antenna mounts for the wireless receiver, and a couple sets of rechargeable batteries, one for the receiver, one for each handheld microphone. So let's set this up before we get into the physical appearance. So let's take these antennas and attach them to our receiver. And then on the bottom here, let's insert that big battery, 3.7 volt and 2200 mAh. I don't know what size this is, so let's just put it in. These blue batteries for the handhelds are also 3.7 volt and 800 mAh. And they are also the size of a AA battery. So let's go ahead and install it. Same for the second one. Excellent. So right off the bat, this microphone looks really stylish and elegant. It has some heft to it, but it's not too heavy. It's made of metal. The color is like this silver champagne color with some black accents. And this looks very similar to some of my Sennheiser wireless microphones. And on the back here, which we just demoed, was the battery compartment. It's not the easiest to take on and off, but it's not too bad. And I mentioned that it is a rechargeable battery inside, so on the bottom there is a USB Type-C charger, and this does come with enough cables that you can charge this. Of course, the two microphones are identical, only difference being that this rubber band is a different color, with one rubber band being black, one being light gray. And there's a power button on the front of it. There's only one button on this. It is this power button, so you simply press it and it turns on. And there's a little display screen with all sorts of different information. So here is the receiver unit. We already saw on the bottom that there's a battery case right here, and there's also some anti-slip rubber mats. This kind of looks like an alien, you know, there's the nose, there's the eyes, there's the antennas, or maybe just an ant, I don't know. We also saw on this side, this is where the antennas go. This front side, there's not much going on, but it is like pretty slim, and that's cool. Yeah, this whole thing is like pretty lightweight. It's pretty small. And then it has audio out on this side. You can plug in either a 1/4 inch or an XLR. And then on the other side, you can have some headphone monitoring. You can use USB Type-C to charge this. And it has a couple of power outs to connect cables to charge both of your microphones simultaneously. So that's kind of nice. If you are pressed for real estate for wall outlets, you can potentially charge this whole system with just one. And then this is the front right here. It's got this mirror finish to it, which looks cool in person, makes it kind of difficult to demo. You can like see my camera and ring light right there. I turn off the ring light and it's still really shiny, but you can see right there it says Pro Voice microphone system with the BASN logo right here. There's a push knob right here, as well as 4 buttons. There's an IR sensor here, which we'll go over in just a moment. And then the on button is right here, so let's go ahead and turn that on. And then here is all of our pertinent information, which we'll go over in just a moment. So let's go over some of the key specs before I show you how to set these things up. They are wireless, which means that these microphones don't need to be plugged into this receiver module to operate. So the manufacturer says under optimal conditions, the range is about 120 meters or 400 feet, which you should never base your assumptions based on optimal conditions, because life rarely throws optimal conditions your way. They say the stable distance is 60 meters or 200 feet. The battery life for each handheld is rated to last 6 hours. And it's really cool because even though it's rechargeable, you can easily swap this out with your favorite AA or another type of rechargeable battery. But don't recharge it using this if your battery is not compatible. I would only recharge it if you're using the factory battery. And the receiver is rated to last 10 hours, so that should last most gigs, especially if you turn it off during moments you're not using it to conserve power. A lot of wireless devices these days use the 2.4 or 5.8 gigahertz band. This is UHF. And while like a lot of expensive wireless equipment uses UHF, that doesn't mean that they're all created equal. So this is really what I want to test later on. Each microphone has 100 different channels it can use, and the receiver has an auto scanning and auto pairing functionality, which I will demo shortly. The receiver can also tweak the EQ manually, or it has a bunch of presets, and it also has built-in reverb and a few different presets you can use. So one of my microphones is on while the other is off. So on this receiver, you can see that I'm talking into one microphone, and the first channel, or the left channel, is responding to my voice while the right one is not. So it displays the battery life of the receiver as well as each microphone, as well as some other settings, which I'll go over in just a moment. Also, like which channel it's using and the volume of each one, because you can adjust the volume as well as the EQ. So you don't really have to guess whether it's connected. Even though I'm not plugged into the microphone system, I know that it is connected. And so I'm going to warn you, the interface is not my favorite, but it does work. Depending where you are in the world and what is going on, various like channels within a wireless range, a wireless band, certain channels might be more congested than others because there might be other people using that same band for some other wireless process. UHF is usually less congested than 2.4, which is like what Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and a lot of other Internet of Things devices use. So to make sure you don't accidentally change any of these settings, you can long press the left or right button to lock it. You can see that little lock symbol right there. So that means it's locked. I can't change any of the settings. So let me long press a button again to unlock it. You see that goes away. So to change the channel settings of the left one, short press the left, so that is IR pairing. We'll go over that in just a second. So press it again to do a channel scan. So go ahead and turn the knob a little bit, and then you will see that it is like searching for a clear channel. Let's give it a moment to do its thing. Okay, I found a channel. And if I wanted to like manually change the channel, I could do so too by pressing this 3 times. And then you can adjust this knob to change it. We'll just change it back. Push it one more time to get to its normal menu. You can't change the channel on this, so you have to do an IR pairing. So I'm going to go ahead and go to push it once until it says IR. And then there's this IR sensor right here. You want to take the screen of this while it's on and put it over the IR. So you have to kind of be quick. Okay, I should have maybe showed the channel first. So let's change this to something else, something random. Okay, and now I'll push IR, and I notice that this isn't match anymore. So after pushing IR, I put the screen like this, and it changes to match. And you'd push the right button to do an IR pairing, scan, or manual channel change with your other microphone if you wanted to do that. But it's already paired, so we're just gonna move on. So push the up button to adjust the EQ. So there's 2 different types of EQ on this. There's 5 different presets or a professional mode, where you can adjust the volume in each frequency in the sound spectrum, which this is not the best interface to do that, but kind of cool that you do have that flexibility. So in preset mode, you will not see a colon. If you want to go into non-preset mode, professional mode, you long press this center button, and then you will see a colon right there. And then when you push up, it will show you each, and keep pushing up, it'll show you each band within the frequency. And if you want to adjust the volume, then you use this knob and you adjust that. So it can be negative, positive, so that you can and so if you long press it, that colon symbol goes away. And then when you push up again, it'll give you a number between 1 through 5. And mode 1 is the best factory design. Number 2 is suitable for karaoke. 3 is for mini performances. 4 is for live streaming and conferences. And 5 is suitable for outdoor activities. And you push down below. And so to turn on the reverb, long press down. Then you'll see like that symbol. And then push it again. And you can adjust how much there is. And while they're trying to pack as much functionality as they can into this little box, I highly recommend that you control effects and EQ somewhere else on your chain, like an external mixer. So let's go ahead and plug this thing and try it out. Here's my 10-channel mixer. Here's my studio monitor. Let's go ahead and connect this to one of these lines with the provided 1/4-inch cable. Let's try to make this be as flat as possible. So I unplugged my lav mic and I have my body pack connected to the out. I have some sound output coming out of my monitor as well as going directly into this camera feed. So this is the industry standard SM58 and this is the BASN wireless handheld microphone. The EQ settings aren't perfectly matched on my mixer, but they are pretty darn close. Obviously the Shure 58 is getting more gain, but you don't need as much gain with a wireless microphone because, well, it gets some gain with the receiver. Testing this other microphone, yeah, they're just about the same. This is the Karaoke preset. This is the best for mini performances. This is the best for conferences and live streams. And this is the best for outdoor activities. To be honest, they all kind of sound the same. So this is the built-in reverb. You can tweak the parameters, which is cool. Monster Truck Guy, rolling in the deep. Yeah, I'm a musician and a DJ. I am really not a singer, so we're not going to do much testing that way. Okay, I am pretty satisfied with the sound quality. Let us go ahead and test the range. Testing, testing. I am testing. I am testing. Test 1, 2. Testing, testing. So this could be about the distance that someone potentially would be giving a speech at a wedding. Like that groomsman being like, I don't know what she saw in him, but he's one lucky guy. And so these things usually work better with line of sight. So I am slightly outside of line of sight. All right, what are my thoughts on BASN's dual handheld UHF Pro Voice wireless microphone system? When BASN originally asked me to review this microphone system, I wasn't expecting much. Having an inexpensive microphone is nice because I'm going to cry a whole lot less if somebody singing karaoke spits all over my microphone or an emboldened groomsman decides to do a mic drop at the end of his speech. But honestly, these microphones are pretty good. This microphone has a lot of cool functionality that I'll probably never need or use, like the EQ or reverb settings, but I love that the receiver is battery powered. That makes setup super quick and makes remote situations even more convenient. I honestly wish all receivers for wireless microphones were battery powered. I love the look and design. It sounds good. The XLR output is a weird design because it's an XLR in, which would require a double male XLR cable to plug this into an external mixer. So I'd probably just use a 1/4-inch cable like the provided one. What really matters with a wireless microphone though is reliability. You don't want it to drop out. This seemed to do just fine at really short distances within eyesight, but I'd probably never use these in challenging situations or mission critical situations. As soon as I stepped outside, even just like 20 feet away from the receiver, I immediately dropped out completely. I'd probably use these like in a karaoke situation, and I'd maybe even use these for weddings where the person speaking was relatively close to the receiver. I'd maybe even use these as a mobile DJ for myself to make announcements, or even a casual event where I just didn't want to be tied down to my booth with a cable but was not planning on traveling very far. So while I'm excited to use these as part of my mobile DJ arsenal, they will not be replacing my other microphones in my setup anytime soon. And so again, I'll have a link in the description below where you can pick that up. And for my followers, they are providing a coupon code for you today. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. What did you think of these BASN handheld microphones? Let me know down below, and please smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.